When it comes to things that ruined Minecraft, what first comes to your mind is likely the 1.9 combat changes, Minecraft chat reporting, or phantoms. On the contrary, I'm sure that beds are one of the very last things that would come to your mind when pondering such a question. Beds seem innocent, simple, basic, and straightforward Minecraft items that serve an infinitely useful purpose. How could they possibly have ruined the game? Well, let's take a step back. No, rather a leap back in time, all the way to 2010. Here we are in Minecraft Beta 1.0. It's December 2010, a time considered by many to be the golden age of Minecraft. Now, whether you agree with that statement or not isn't relevant, as one thing's for sure, and that is the lack of beds in this version of the game. In fact, beds wouldn't be added to Minecraft until Beta 1.3, released in February of 2011, meaning for most of the game's lifespan prior to its 1.0.0 release, beds were non-existent. In fact, lots of features were obviously non-existent, but I want to highlight a specific few. There was no sprinting, no enchantments for gear, tools and weapons, diamonds and precious ores were much more difficult to come by, and of course, there were no potions. Now, picture yourself playing modern Minecraft with all those features missing. Suddenly, the game seems much more challenging, right? Moving around is slower, which means escaping mobs and dangerous situations is tough. You will burn through your tools and armor like no tomorrow, and won't have the ability to gain an abundance of them through fortune or farms, meaning diamonds are actually now rare and valuable again. And of course, you don't have any additional methods of saving yourself if death does come knocking. Now I want you to imagine something else. A lack of a brightness slider making the game seem pitch black at night, an inability to skip the night due to beds not existing, and the fact that dying may potentially respawn you thousands of blocks away if you ventured too far. Unexpectedly, Minecraft seems like a really challenging survival game now, where the threat of death is much higher and is no longer just a slight inconvenience. And that was ultimately what Minecraft was like back in its early days, when survival mode truly meant survival. Let's go back and watch some early Minecraft videos now, made around this time.
It is nighttime and I am hiding from the mobs.
Should keep me safe during
Here I am in my little hidey hole, and I can wait out the night in here.
Now, if I was really bold, I'd step out there, but I'm just gonna sit in here and wait out the night.
Stop right there. Did you hear that? Wait out the night. When was the last time you heard somebody say that? When was the last time you ever did that yourself? I bet some of you playing the game have never even considered waiting out a Minecraft night before. You can clearly see in these early Minecraft Let's Plays how often the players refer to the sun and the importance of getting certain resources before nightfall. How they need to make a shelter, otherwise they would die to the evil mobs which overrun the world during the night. It was like the players were on a clock as soon as the world generated. They had to get shelter before nightfall or else they would die. The night was truly something to be afraid of. Such thoughts don't even cross the minds of modern players anymore, as they accumulate full iron armor and tools within their first day of a new world. And a large reason for that is beds. When beds were added to Minecraft, they finally gave players the ability to skip the most dangerous and challenging part of the game at the time, the night. And by doing so, they could now eternally evade much of what made Minecraft survival actually survival. Beds weren't hard to get either, meaning that oftentimes, even in later versions of Minecraft Beta, players wouldn't have to worry about the night past their first couple of days in a new world. And yes, I know you can't sleep when there is mobs nearby. In fact, in Beta, mobs could spawn near you and wake you up instead, but this is super easy to avoid, especially if you sleep before most mobs have even spawned. Simply put, the addition of beds to Minecraft provided a method of skipping the most challenging and scary part of the game, and that method was very easy to obtain and use. Gone are the days of waiting out the night in the mines or a little hidey hole. Gone are the days of me trying to get 500k subs, as we are just about there now. So close, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now, beds also served another purpose beyond skipping the night, which would be introduced about a month and a half later in Minecraft Beta 1.4, and that was finally giving players the ability to control and reset their spawn point. Just before, I showed you some videos from early Minecraft YouTube series, one in particular being X's Adventures in Minecraft. For the first 29 episodes of the series, X, like many other Minecraft players at the time, generally stayed within a few hundred blocks of his spawn point, building bases, farms, and mines, all in a familiar area. However, in episode 30, he decided to do something completely unexpected.
Alright, get a look at that. That is the X system there. And everything below us, of course. And today, we will be leaving it. You may be wondering where we're going. Well, the answer to that is I don't know.
If there's one thing which older Minecraft players commonly cite as the key factor separating old and new Minecraft, it's the feeling of vastness you used to get from a Minecraft world. It's the sense of adventure you got when stepping outside of the confines of what you knew and out into the unknown, seemingly endless Minecraft world. And what made the world feel so vast, exciting, and even scary at the time is the lack of an ability to set your respawn point. You see, X would travel a few thousand blocks from his base, which by today's standards isn't anything notable, a distance which can be traveled with an elytra in no time at all, but to all the viewers and X himself at the time, it felt like he basically started a new world. If he died now, that would be it. He would lose many of his most valuable resources with seemingly no good method of finding his way back. Once again, that survival element of Minecraft was alive and strong. He was taking a big risk by leaving his base and spawn point behind. Many of the viewers, including myself, did not like this episode at all, preferring he stayed at his base. X would eventually discover a huge mountain he fittingly named Death Mountain, of which he was forced to dangerously scale at night, making that sense of adventure really shine.
Whoa, I gotta be careful watching my back too, because I don't want anything to come up from behind me and push me right off the mountainside.
He would eventually set up a base at Death Mountain, where 10 episodes later he would succumb to lava while trying to get some diamonds.
Oh, what the? No, 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 no! Water, 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 water.
Now, thanks to some viewers who plotted out X's route from his video footage, X would eventually find his way back and retrieve some of his items, but ultimately this would be the true ending of X's adventures in Minecraft.
I had already told myself that if I died over in Death Mountain, that I was just gonna bring the series to a close at that point.
The addition of beds to Minecraft really removed lots of the vastness of a Minecraft world by making it not nearly as scary or risky to venture out into the unknown. You used to be at serious risk of losing your items forever, and there was no way to evade the dangers of the night out in the wilderness. This is something that over time Minecraft has lost, and if a similar scenario were to play out in modern Minecraft, you could just get one of your spare 10 elytras, pull up the cords, fly back, open your e-chest, and chuck the items in a shulker, all within the span of minutes. Alternatively, while adventuring, you could have just carried beds with you as you explored, setting your spawn point and skipping the night regularly. The adventure is truly gone from survival Minecraft. Allowing players the ability to set their spawn point ultimately offered them a degree of control they hadn't had access to before, making the survival element of the game much easier in some regard. Exploring a Minecraft world no longer feels like a high-risk adventure where you could be claimed by the elements, but rather as if a god had decided to venture out into the depths of his backyard, infinitely superior to everything there is. But could one single item truly be solely responsible for taking the survival out of survival Minecraft? Well, no, I don't think so. In fact, I don't think beds are the cause, but rather the effect. I've talked about this throughout many videos in the past, but it's clear that over the years, the survival element of Minecraft survival has become significantly easier. With the greater abundance of tools, farms, resources, and enchantments, as well as a significantly increased mobility, mobs don't really pose a threat to players anymore. Nights are no longer something to be feared, but rather slight inconveniences. Beds were simply ahead of their time. Minecraft was inevitably heading in such a direction as the game continued to evolve and change. Beds were the pioneers of what Minecraft would become, a game less about surviving the threats of the night and more about resource management, where the challenge of the game shifted away from simply surviving. But is that really such a bad thing?
I feel I've done just about all I can do as far as an adventure is concerned in Minecraft. It's getting a little bit stale.
In episode 40 of X's Adventures in Minecraft, he mentions that he thought he'd done all he could do in terms of adventuring in the game, mentioning how it had gotten stale. And that's the problem when a game is primarily focused around simply surviving. It gets boring and repetitive. What makes Minecraft truly so great is the ability to do so many things and spend hundreds, if not thousands of hours in the same world or server. Nowadays, we have Minecraft series spanning the hundreds of episodes with mega builds that players from 2010 would have never imagined were possible. With so many new dimensions and possibilities in the game, the goal of Minecraft is now to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. We no longer wait out the night, but rather wait out our massive gold or iron farms to get resources to use in our next big project. Do you think Minecraft would have ever reached such heights if it remained the more basic survival game it was in the past? No, and that's why beds represent an important change in Minecraft's development, the first stepping stone away from a survival game to what it would eventually become today. One of the most important items in Minecraft history. Oh, and they're the only way to prevent these disasters from spawning. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching.